So I'm making a mistake. I know I'm doing this one without a script. By the way, we are doing X-Men 2. But the reason I'm doing this without a script is number one, I'm a bit low on time. Let me fix this. There we go. I'm a bit low on time. But also because my feelings towards X-Men 2 I feel like are strong enough for me not to go a million times over and pause. So this is, well, first let's just get the ranking up. How rude of me, I almost forgot to put up the ranking. Let's do that, guys. Full screen. Alright. Ranking of X-Men 2. I'm gonna be honest, it's a solid B tier movie. I would put it, you know what, no. For what it is, I'm gonna give it A. Now, I know that's contradicting to a lot of people's opinions, but here's the reason why I love it so much. For me, the main reason I fell in love with superhero movies is not because of the action. I mean, that's one part, right? That's a great part. Who doesn't love action in super movies? But it's because of the story that they can tell, all the twists, all the turns. And in this movie, we get to see Wolverine go through some mentally challenging spots, while we get to see what it's like to be used as a weapon. I mean, when we see Wanda in Captain America Civil War, right? Tony and Cap, they're fighting over Wanda being a weapon. And we can sort of see that with Charles, how while he's not intended as a weapon, if he's put in the wrong hands, he can cause so much damage, so much devastation. And I love that about this movie. Another thing I like is how they put, well, actually how they set up on the Dark Phoenix, which is next, or whichever one it's called. I don't know. Be right up. Oh, I should probably go full screen for this. What am I saying? I should probably go face cam. It'll basically be right here. Yeah. I'm guessing it's Dark Phoenix. That's what my guess is. Is it? Let's see. What does it say? The Last Stand. X-Men The Last Stand. That's what it is. Basically, we sort of see the Phoenix Force throughout Jean in this movie. We see the flashes in her eyes, and then we mainly see at the end when like that flash sort of comes up. But something I noticed that I don't know if it's probably not on purpose, but when we look at Charles's face, I don't know if I can show the exact clip. Maybe I can. It's probably somewhere on YouTube. But when we look at Charles's face as Jean saves them from all the water coming down from the bridge, it's sort of like a resemblance of Tony when he was saved by Captain Marvel. I find that a bit cool how like they do the on the picture of it all. It's probably not on purpose, but I think it's a bit cool. My next feeling towards it is how they sort of do like the whole, oh, if the X-Men were attacked, they don't want to fight. Mainly, I mean, of course, because they don't have like the people who can control their powers, but also they just want to make sure that they are safe, that everyone's safe instead of going to fight. Even then, when they saw the children, their first instincts was, okay, even though we don't trust Magneto, our priority is making sure that the children and Charles are okay. And that's sort of what they did. And that's what I love about the X-Men. They are not the Avengers. Their first thought is, yes, of course, saving everyone. But the Avengers, it's not as much that. I mean, we literally saw in, was it Sokovia? Yeah, Sokovia. We saw in Sokovia how even though that the Avengers were trying to fight Ultron, even though they were trying to save everyone, they couldn't split their focus. And that's what I love about the X-Men. The team is big enough so that they can split their focus enough. And it's just something really cool. Another thing I like about it is the dynamic between Bobby and Rogue, how Bobby knows how it's a risk to be with Rogue, but he doesn't care because he truly cares about her. And then also how we see him react when he goes to see his family. I mean, wow. His family were so mean to him. It was rude, but he was like, I understand. I mean, not that I understood, but he was like, I can't help them, I can't save them. Sort of the same thing with Kurt when he says, he doesn't, when he was talking to Storm, right? He says he doesn't pity, or he doesn't feel angry towards humans, he pities them for not understanding. And I sort of feel like that's how Bobby felt a bit. And it's really strong, it makes him a stronger character in my opinion. But then also, we see John, right? John is Pyro. And then we see throughout the movie how he sort of slowly and deeply doesn't go, but becomes a bit darker, and we see at the end how his true allegiance is with Magneto. I mean, to fight against humanity, to protect mutants, not with Charles, how he wants to coincide with humanity. It's pretty cool. But one of the biggest things I liked about this movie is how there's sort of like a, let's say like a bomb going on in the movie, and it's slowly ticking, and not just for Jean but also for Wolverine. I mean, we slowly see him uncover part of his past when he first sees Stryker through that wall, right? He wanted to go talk to him, get more answers, but then Bobby saved him. I mean, I don't think Wolverine wanted to be saved, but Rogue was like, hey, come on, get your shit together, let's go. And it's cool how we see that. And then next we see him have like that very personal talk with Stryker, how he talks about how who he was in the past. So he's an animal, he was just given claws, and how he volunteered to do all this. And this slowly makes no sense. I mean, he doesn't understand it whatsoever, but he has to take it because it's the only information he really has. But then another thing that's interesting is how Magneto said that Charles trusts him more, or I guess, what's the word? He can expect more out of him, I guess you could say, like he believes in him more. So he didn't trust him with the full truth, or he expected him to find it out on his own, I guess. I think we don't really go into that. I haven't seen X-Men Wolverine Origins. Is that what's called? X-Men Wolverine Origins? I don't know, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen, I've seen Logan, and then there's a second, like, Wolverine movie. I only saw half of the first solo Wolverine movie. That's besides the point. But overall, we sort of see like that on the tick, and then when they're trying to fight, when they're trying to split up, we see Logan leave them because he needs to find out who he is. It's his primal instinct. He is that animal, and it's really cool, and it's really unique to Wolverine's character. Because while, for example, right, when we see what's the name, Bucky, trying to figure out his past when he goes to Wakanda and the Winter Soldier, he knows part of it. Like, he was there, like he said, right? He saw it, he didn't want to do it, but with Logan, he just doesn't remember anything, just what people tell him. And even then, it can be a bit scary because you don't know what's real, you don't know what's not. And it's nice how they sort of made it focused a bit more on Logan this movie than I think they kind of did on Rogue in the last one. I mean, the X-Men, of course, it's focused on all of them. But I mean, we start off with Rogue. The main person that they were going after was Rogue. And while Logan was a big part in it, I think this movie, it was more focused on him than the last one. And that's overall my rating of the movie. Like I said, I fell in love with movies not for the action, or superhero movies not for the action, but because of the storyline. Because that's who I am. I love having a good story. I mean, the characters can suck. They can be horrible, right? But if they have a good storyline, I'll watch it. I mean, just look at Flash, right? I love the show. They didn't change anything about the characters except for how much more dumb they are and how much worse the writing is. Same thing with Riverdale, right? All those shows, really great, really strong. They're the same characters. They have the same morals, the same values. They just changed how bad the writing got, how lazy the writing got. And I find that a bit sad for movies like those. But with the X-Men, I don't remember exactly Last Stand. That was actually the first X-Men movie I saw, I think. Yeah, I didn't see Logan. Well, unless you're counting Deadpool, but I don't. I mean, I count Deadpool, but like he's Deadpool. He's in his own thing. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that X-Men: The Last Stand was the first movie I saw. It's not after we see Spider-Man 2, but after Spider-Man 2, which is the next movie. Well, that should be up in about 4 days. I haven't recorded it, but that was, in my opinion, the best Tobey Maguire movie. So we should be able to get through that one pretty easily. But anyways, what I'm saying is that X-Men: The Last Stand, I am excited to see how it goes. Haven't seen it in about 5-6 years. So we'll see who it focuses on more. I mean, of course it's going to be Jean, but like how they do it with Logan and everything, and Scott. I think Jean kills Scott off in the beginning? I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't watched it, but I'm excited, and I hope the storyline gets better and better, which I think it will. Thank you for watching this review. I know there wasn't that many edits, cutthroat, dry, everything, but that's just my honest opinion, and I think I'm gonna start doing more of those for like these movies I truly love. Not like Spider-Man, where I have to come up with it for like that rewrite. I know most of you didn't watch it. I think it's a good rewrite, but that rewrite took me about almost an hour, I would say, to make, and it was, even then, I mean, I tried to incorporate as much as I could. Anyways, I'm going on and on. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you come back for the rest.